We all know that, or maybe you don't, and now this is my first thing for you. Harmonious twin flame union, what it is all about and what you desire and you ought to desire, it's a natural desire to have, don't worry about that, is a miracle. It's a miracle because it is made out of, well, the material that miracles are made out of. It is a direct communication from the divine to you. It forms your heavenly truth. And to have that here on earth, in the flesh, material stuff that we have here, that is what a miracle is. And yes, you can live that. It will be a miraculous life. So now we have that out of the way. We have a question. And that is, okay, all right, Petra, but I just want to live it now in the real flesh, in the reality, in my daily life. And that's the problem that we're tackling here, right? You want to have it grounded. You want to have it come true. You don't want to have it as, well, that's the truth and that's a dream. But you want to have it in your life. And that asks for some real grounded miracles. And I realized that I have 3 of such miracles for you. And I propose that we simply present them so that you know what the true miracle really is that we have here, the grounded one that is completely and utterly here and now, in the present, become flesh, daily life, etc. 1. The true miracle is that through devotionally giving your energy is money to a place where there is a repaired relationship with Divine Mother will get you the true eternal union in the flesh made come true. That is the miracle. The fact that something can be brought to you through the internet of all places, that's a miracle in itself, right? The existence of it already. It can be brought to you in such a way, prepared in this specific package, that for you, it would take investing of energy is money, for you to be able to connect your divine mind to what we have here, so that you, through that connection and relationship, will have what you are looking for. That's what we do here. That's what I have for you. That's how I co-create with the Divine Mother for you. And yes, everything collected, brought together, what we have, what you see in marketing, in behind the scenes, what it consists of, in the consciousness, in the coaching, in what I have for you, in what Divine Mother has for you through me. And that whole complex, but also core package of value has been created in such a way for you that that is really what we're doing. We're just giving you that, like, here it is. You just give your energy is money in return, and then it will start to flow to you. And that might sound unbelievable for people that think that money is energy, has absolutely nothing to do with spirituality, twin flames union, God. And they also might think that that is absolutely morally wrong. Almost as wrong as presenting myself to you in my new costume. Well, it's not really a new costume, but I got it off the shelf because I figured we're almost there. All Hallows Eve is coming soon, and we are all feeling it and preparing ourselves for this beautiful, spooky time where ghosts are all around us and we can honor our ancestors that have gone before us in death. And we're gonna honor the saints that have gone before us in death, and they know what it means to, after death, meet God. And they're more around than usual. They're spooking around. And yeah, that asks for pumpkins and cat ears. So there you go. Well, if you're offended by that, then you already tuned out. So there we go. And if you are offended by that energy is money, has anything to do with the making come true of God, union, twin flames, etc. If you're against that, well, good luck then. Because you won't make your union come true. Not your harmonious union anyways. And not anywhere soon. Yeah. Yeah, so it may ask a miracle for you to believe that. Well, this spooky truth, Who wants to believe this spooky truth? Nobody. It's really true. And it would be advisable to believe it, to take it in. Yeah. Because this is the miracle through which you can make come true your harmonious union. It's actually a miracle that is here when there is a spiritual teacher in the room. Is there a doctor in the room? So that's like, is there a spiritual teacher in the room? Because we need one when we want to have our harmonious union so that we can live with our true twin flame right now on earth, a daily life relationship, with a romance, with building together, with a family, with a mission business, if that speaks to you, etc., etc. In the physical, for real. That asks for the doctor in the room. That asks for the spiritual teacher that you need to be that before you. To have that before you, for you. Just the way as the saints had been going before us. They're now dead. We're gonna think about that at Halloween and the feasts right after and around it. And your ancestors have gone before you. Just like that, the spiritual teacher has gone before you. And they have it. They're full of it. They're full of it. That's funny. That sounds like as if they're arrogant. But they went there with being humble, because otherwise you can't be a spiritual teacher. So that may be good to know. There are lots of people that are very arrogant and they proclaim to be spiritual teachers, but they are not spiritual teachers, right? They're just arrogant. That's something else. It's another species. I'm not talking about that one now. I'm talking about a true spiritual teacher. They already have it. But it's some sort of this content, this valuable thing here that's bubbling and firing up and all that stuff. That is what the harmonious union is. And when you have it, you can also, know what your twin flame is. It will come in. You can start to build with them and start to do the healing to actually make that building a success and really keep at it. It will be sustainable. Won't come down anymore what you build right there. You of course have to maintain it. This state of consciousness that it's really about. So The teacher has it, and you desire that, right? So it needs to somehow go from the teacher to you. And this flow, how does that flow go to you? How do you turn the switch to let Divine Mother flow it to you in the now, in a way that you can receive, can have it, will have it, that is sustainable, that is the real deal? How can you make that flow come to you? That needs a miracle. And the miracle is that I created an atmosphere. Well, you have to come in, you have to let it in, you have to receive it, you have to go deeper than only watch videos. I created it such, together with Divine Mother, over a long period of time. This has been the result of working it out with her, getting the kinks out and whatnot, that there is this opportunity created for you, that it is you bring in the energy as money and she flows it to you. And that's the opportunity that comes through me as the spiritual teacher, in which you are also allowed to see me. If you don't, then that will be also a problem that will pop up somewhere on your journey. So that's an amazing opportunity that you could grab to get your very down to earth, truly working as a law, not as an outlier, miracle. 2, the true miracle is, that we brought it down to only a couple of years that you need to do it here. And it will only cost you a couple of €1,000 total at this moment in time. That's a miracle. That is the true miracle that I'm bringing you. And now last week we've talked a lot about money. This was the conclusion. This was what came out for me. This is the miracle, that you don't need to take 3 decades or more, I'm over that, of journey, conscious journey, and €500,000 in my case, I'm over that actually, generously over it, to make it come true for yourself. That's the miracle. You don't need to do that. Through me, you can reach it in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the price. And that is the down-to-earth miracle that you can get here. At this moment, I advise to see it as something that you can reach within 3 years total, going to the state of consciousness of harmonious twin flame union, and start to build afterwards and go through the healing wave that you will find afterwards also. A time in which you also need to stick around. And you never have to leave also. That's just an indefinite thing. Only 3 years is what I would like to prepare you for at this moment in time, to see before you that you're going to spend. What a miracle. Instead of 32 years, only 3. In total, with all the deep healing and all. And at this moment in time, that would cost you around €5,000. A fraction of the price of 500,000. So let's say a couple thousand over a couple years. Fraction of what it was for me. To make it possible for you. That is the true miracle that I have for you. This is like a machine that has made it so effective, so short, so inexpensive for you. It's like unbelievable. if it weren't just really true. Now, you can not want that, not do that, because it takes time and it takes money and you don't like that. Well, we have seen it already that it could be done in 4 months and 4 days to go to the harmonious union. So I think that sounds pretty quick, right? And I have given it away for free. There was a time frame of around 3 years that I have publicly given it away for free. And we do have fruits from that too. They went all the way to Harmonious Twin Flame Union for free. So the opportunity was there. You just didn't take it. So don't come to me and tell me that you need to have it for free. You had the opportunity. Also, I still give it away for free in my Facebook group. You can get the core of things for entirely free, of what you absolutely need. But then the truth, not all the nonsense that people are trying to sell you. But if you're like, yeah, I don't know, let me wait a little bit to the future. We'll see. That's okay. But the point is that you need to see that it will become shorter and more expensive the more time progresses. It will become both shorter and more expensive. That's the development we are in over the years. That's what it will be. So there you go. Good to know, right? That's where we're now, and that's where we're going. But yeah, this is the true down to earth miracle that I present you with here. It's like the miracle machine extraordinaire. And I hope you love it. Because 3, there is someone that is the true miracle we have here that knows what they're doing. Yeah. And I could also not be doing it. I don't need to do this. I could just enjoy the rest of my life. Take up more hobbies. Read more of the Bible. Go back to, then I would go, if I would not be doing this, I think I would be going back to the horses. I was gearing up to try to ride horses. I could just go back to the horses. I just stop all these investments and go back to riding horses for some time, at least the rest of the season. I would be doing that. I don't have a need to do this, to be here for you. I could just have a good life. Explore more and more of my love for different parts of life. I think that would be awesome. It's really like, the development that I'm personally in. I could sit around here and relax for the rest of my time. I already have my stuff in order. So it is about you that I'm here. And the true miracle is that I'm here and that there is someone out here that knows what they're doing. So that's a little bit about my situation and how I'm here, but also like that knows what they're doing, because that's a miracle. Because there's so many that make videos and they call it twin flames, but I don't know. They don't actually talk about that because they don't have it, because they don't know what that really is. Although some of the things they say sound sort of kind of okay now and then, of course. But that doesn't constitute someone who knows what they're doing. We're talking about real stuff here that has ultimate consequences for the people that we're dealing with. And that takes me everything to guide you in a correct way. Because in the first place, it takes me everything to live it before you in an open way, in a correct way. And that's, at this moment, it consists a lot out of marketing. But it does take everything out of me, right? So it's really unique. It's really a miracle that there's someone that knows what they're doing and that is prepared to do it. So that is the third miracle that I have for you here in Halloween Atmospheres. And I hope that helps. Love from Petra. What has Twin Flame Union got to do with money? And how does that exactly benefit you? We are going to talk more about this in a webinar. And I will present that to you without any cost. And I will also not even sell you anything inside of it. I just want you to understand more about the connection between Twin Flame Union, which is what you are and want to manifest in real life, and money, the symbol of value from the divine itself, but then in the physical life, where you also want to live eventually with your true twin flame in a valuable life. And how that connection and bringing that together and actually making money as well as love, both normal topics to talk about and live inside, and also invest and also let it flow to you, and all these movements that you can do with both love and money. And just to research more about what that is and what's the truth of it for you, and how you can all make it work for the betterment of your goals to achieve your harmonious twin flame union consciousness state that it's really at for you, where you can start to build that life that you want with them, right? And how does this money thing fit in there? And why is it so good? Because maybe you're even scared of it. Maybe you think that it shouldn't cost anything. And maybe you just don't have so much money flowing to you. So, like, yeah, if it's going to be about spending it, that sounds like an undoable exercise to begin with, perhaps for you. So, how does this work? Well, the webinar is part of the week in which we will be doing a social media game with lots of free to download workbook exercises, 5 days long, and a bonus day. And it's called the Devotional Money Game, and you are invited. The link to join the game is below. But there will also be, in the course of this week, next week, when we're speaking right now in October 2024, we start at Monday the 21st. In the course of this week, I will also present you this webinar. So when you look at the context of the game itself, then you can see that in that game, you will actually be learning a lot about how you can let the money flow to you. Well, if that doesn't sound good, then I don't know what. Let the money flow to you, right? Open yourself, open the floodgates. Look the money saboteur in the eye and transform him so that you become open to receiving money. And lots of very concrete exercises to actually execute, do action on your money life to let it flow to you. So, and in that week, you're also going to get this webinar about, well, and this is how it fits in. This is going to explain to you eventually, this webinar, how the divine money path comes into existence through understanding more about how to let it flow to you, but also how to let it connect love and money in the journey, and how that benefits you. And then you get to learn that there is something called a divine money path. And that is what you can enter. And that is very unknown. as of yet. And it is a secret, an inner secret of the twin flame journey. And you can step onto that path and things will unfold for you in a very different way. But how and why and all of that. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about, because it will just take over all this heaviness about money from you and transform it into something that is happy and fulfilling. And that's what the Divine Money Path teaches. And it's something that you can do when you become more aware of in the first place. And that's why I give that webinar. Yeah. So when I upload this video, you will also see the link and the date and the time. And you have to opt in for the webinar. And then I will see you and you will learn more about all of that. And I want that for you. I want for you to be successful and to be stress-free about money and to really be devoted to the Divine Money Path, because it will bring you everything that you feel you need but are maybe afraid of. So I'll see you then. Love from Petra.